Looking for a little more spark on your Android phone? Today on App Judgment.
This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Click It or Ticket.
Welcome to App Judgment, Revision 3's application review show. My name is Ron Richards, and one of the things that sets Android apart from other smartphones is the ability to customize the interface of the phone. You don't like the way your phone looks or works? There are a ton of launcher replacement applications that you can choose from, all offering different things based on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a flashy launcher replacement that gives you a ton of information on your home screen, then I may have the launcher replacement app for you. Spark is free in the Android marketplace and was developed by the folks at HipLogic Incorporated. It's a bit of a big download, over 4 meg, but that's because it's packed with goodies. Switching to Spark is easy. Once you download it, just tap on the Spark icon in your apps and it will launch and take over as your phone's launcher. Now don't worry, if you don't want to keep using Spark, you can get back to the old launcher. Just tap the home button on your phone and you'll get a box asking which launcher you would like to use. If you want to go back to the standard Android launcher, just choose launcher and you're fine. Be careful though, because if you check the use by default box, your phone won't give you this box the next time you hit the home button. You'll have to go into the launcher app settings and restore the defaults to get this back, so make sure you're sure which launcher you want to use before you check that default. Once Spark launches, you get a nifty little tutorial that will walk you through the basic functions of the launcher. Once you go through that, you'll notice your home screen is now locked to one screen. No more swiping from side to side. That's not completely gone, I'll get to that in a bit, but instead you have a vertical swipe as you can scroll through the various rows of information Spark offers. At the top there's weather, then apps, news, deals, sports scores and news, and a way to post your status to Facebook or Twitter, and then the most recent posts of your Facebook feed or Twitter feed. Tapping on any one item will move the screen to more details or more information based on what you selected. There's a ton of information on one screen, but not to worry, you can easily customize what's shown here by just adjusting the settings. The first setting you'll want to adjust is your dashboard. Just tap the menu button, then Spark Settings, then Manage My Dashboard. Here you can turn on and off all the various rows Spark has on the main page. Not interested in deals? Just uncheck that box and it will go away. This will let you manipulate the dashboard to give you the information that you want. Now going back to the home screen, on the app row, you can just tap the icon to get a list of all your apps and choose which ones you want to have present on the app shortcuts. Scroll down to sports and you click the icon and you can set your preferences for leagues. So if you're not into baseball but into basketball, you can filter out those scores and news. All the way at the bottom, if you've logged into Twitter and Facebook, you can see the latest posts in your feed. You can also post directly from the home screen. Just tap the status box and then select where you want to post to, Twitter, Facebook, or both. That's just the tip of the iceberg with Spark. I'll go a little deeper after this word from our sponsor.
All right, Stephanie, stats time. 75% of male passengers 18 to 34 who are killed in auto accidents are straight up not wearing their seatbelts.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, and especially at night. 2/3 of people who die in accidents at night are not buckled up. And it's ridiculous. Like, putting the seatbelt on means if you're in a car accident, your chances of living, not dying, increase exponentially. It is just the stupidest thing to not do something as simple as putting your seatbelt on.
Right, it's so easy, and with Memorial Day weekend coming up, you know, it's a basic thing you can do to save your life. And hundreds of state and local law enforcement are going to be out across the nation for Click It or Ticket 2011 from May 16th through the 30th. They will be looking for you day and night and making sure that everyone is buckled up. It's easy. So do yourself a favor, save your own life and a few bucks while you're at it. Click It or Ticket.
No brainer.
After launching and customizing Spark, if you're like me, you're probably wowed by how cool it looks and works, but starting to wonder, how do you still use the other functions of your phone and widgets and other apps? Along the bottom of the main screen, there are 4 icons that should be easily recognizable. A phone to make calls, 2 boxes that launch your app drawer so you can launch other applications, a world icon that launches your web browser, and a little Android dude. It's this little Android guy that lets you access multi-screens for use with widgets and other app shortcuts. Tapping the Android icon gives an overlay over your home screen. They provided a neat little Android guy who will also walk you through how to use this area in a tutorial. But basically, it's just like your home screens you use before you use Spark. You can swipe left and right to reveal multiple spaces to place widgets and apps. Long tapping on a blank area gives you a familiar window where you can choose from shortcuts, widgets, and folders. Just like the normal Android launcher, you can scroll through what you have available and place them on the screen of your choice. Now, this is really the only thing I have against Spark. I'm glad they gave us a place to put widgets and shortcuts, but I feel like it's an afterthought. I would much rather simply be able to swipe left and right from my home screen and be able to access widgets and shortcuts without having to tap an icon and then load the overlay. But beyond that one nitpick, Spark is a really cool interface to let you use your phone in a completely different way. It integrates with Twitter and Facebook easily and gives you a ton of information around news, weather, deals, and sports. Unfortunately, when I used Spark for a while, it was a bit sluggish to load and interact with. I'm not a fan of the solution for widgets and app shortcuts, and the entire launcher de-emphasizes the applications on your phone, which is a pretty big thing to downplay. After using Spark for a while, I have to say, for me, don't download this app. Sure, it looks cool and has some neat information, but ultimately this isn't how I want to use my phone. Now I can see some other users who might love this. If you don't rely on a ton of applications or you want a simple interface to get information quickly, then this might be for you. But if you're a power user, keep looking. Spark is purely a launcher for the casual phone user. Are you using Spark? Am I totally wrong in my assessment? Tell me what you think. Email us at appjudgment@revision3.com and let me know. You can also check us out on the internet at Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube. And as always, you can find previous episodes and ways to subscribe at revision3.com/appjudgment. Till next time, I'm Ron Richards, and now I got to figure out how to reset these defaults.